Samantha from Jessima Tutorials here, and today I'm going to be showing you how to create a pair of earrings using polymer clay, leaves and a mold. Now you can use any leaves you want, you can also use any silicone mold you want. I'm going to be using Primo Sunshine Yellow today, but feel free to use any brand of polymer clay you want. You're also probably going to want a stud earring, just have that ready to go in the background. And these are a mix of mint leaves and parsley leaves if you're interested, but again, any leaves will work. Now, what you want to do first is you want to take your polymer clay and you want to actually place that into your mold and just shape it so that you have the mold's exact shape. And just get that all worked in there. It does not need to be super duper tidy, you just want it in that mold's shape. Just pop that out. I'll pop the mold to the side, and this is going to give us a platform to pop our leaves onto. And the whole trick today is to kind of create a texture while also having a smooth mold, because I've done leaves on polymer clay before, but I've never really shown how to use it with a mold. And I've just cleaned up the clay over there. Alright, and you're going to grab your leaves and you're going to place those onto your clay. Like so. Just pop them down so that they stick. Actually, that's in the wrong spot. That's for the back. This one goes over here. There we go. And if you make some mistakes, that's alright, it's gonna be smoothed out with the mold anyway. You just want to pop those down. I've got this tiny little leaf here. I'm just gonna place that down. This can be a little tricky because it's tiny. There we go. Alright, then get them all stuck down so that they are in position. And I've got this one leaf here, but that's going to be for the back. And I'm going to just pick these guys up. You're going to take that and you're going to place that straight into your mold. And that's why I wanted to make sure the clay was in the correct shape first, because that just makes this step much easier. Because now you don't have to worry about shaving off any clay. The only thing you're going to need to shave off is any leaves that might be hanging off the edges, so you can just shave that off and that should come off pretty easily. There we go, and that just makes it a little bit easier. Alright, and then you want to really give it a press in there because you want to smooth out any imperfections on the surface. You also want to make sure that those leaves are pressed down and in the correct spots. Just double checking there, because sometimes there can be nail marks or there can be dents in the surface, so make sure it's nice and smooth. The whole point is the only texture is your leaves. I'm just going to use a baby wipe to add a texture that isn't my fingerprints. There we go. And you could stop at that point if you wanted to, but I'm going to be grabbing this little leaf over here. And I'm going to be applying that to the back so that I have a little bit of a texture on the back as well to match. And then I'm also going to be grabbing my earring stud and I'm going to be working that in while my clay is in the mold. That way I don't end up distorting anything. Grab a little bit more of your background clay, that being the Sunshine Yellow. Just pull that up, pop that down, and squish so that your stud is now embedded into your clay. And then I'll take that baby wipe and then use that to texture the back while pressing everything together so that it's nice and neat. Also press down your leaf, and this is your last chance to make sure everything is nice and clean, so make sure that you put a decent amount of pressure on it, especially where that seam is. There we go. Alright, and that looks about right. You can check the front as well. And then we're going to unmold it and just pop it up. And it should come out really nice and easily. You can pop that to the side, give it a wash, and then from here you want to pick off your leaves. And this could be a little bit finicky because the mold is, well, the shape that you're working with is not flat, but you should be able to get them off. Just gently work it off. This one's the hardest one because it's really embedded in there. I really want to show you what that texture looks like. There we go, and you can see that texture. And I'm going to bring over my craft knife because that actually does a good job of helping me pick off these leaves. So I'll just grab off that one. And if you're having trouble, I find that nicking it around the stem, because that's the thickest part of the leaf, is a great way to grab it and then get a hold of it and then peel it off like that. Okay, and you're just going to do that for all of them. And here is what you should be left with. And it's okay if it's a little bit discolored, we're going to be sanding that later. And I have done another earring the other side, and I've tried to make it so that it is mirrored, but there we go. And you could leave it like this if you wanted to, but I'm going to be colouring them with some pastels now. And the pastels that I'm using are chalk pastels. You could use mica powders if you wanted to. You could also use paint, though I'd recommend if you're going to use paint to wait until they're baked. Now, the chalk pastels, I'm just going to grab my craft knife and I'm going to scrape off a bit so that I have some to work with. There we go. And I'm just going with some nice greens. I might actually bring over a slightly lighter green as well. I think that might be nice to add to the mix. There we go. Alright, and I'm actually going to use my fingers to do this. I'm going to hold it by the pin in the back. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this on my fingers. Grab it on. And I'm good with it being a little messy. And I'm just going to continue rubbing it. And I'm actually going to bring over my brush to help me out with that. And I just want the whole thing essentially green. And then that colour that we have lying underneath, we're going to be giving it a sand to reveal that colour later. So make sure that you have a decent amount of green coloured onto the surface and get into all those little nooks and crannies. Okay, and don't forget to do the back as well. And this is how they should look. Nice and vibrant green. Or you could change up the colour depending on what you want. Now, because of the pins in the back, we can't just pop them in the oven like this. I'd recommend grabbing a pot of cornstarch, and what you're going to do is you're just going to take these guys and you're going to just pop them down into the cornstarch and just press that back pin into the cornstarch so that they will sit flat while they bake. And you can actually press them to make sure that they're sitting flat in that cornstarch, and then you're going to bake that for about an hour at Primo's recommended temperature, and then we're just going to lightly wash that cornstarch off. It shouldn't take much to wash it off, and then from there we're going to be giving it a sand to highlight those leaf shapes. And here it is out of the oven, and I've let it cool. I'm just going to take that out of the cornstarch. You can see how that looks. And you could just take a baby wipe and just lightly dust that off. It should come right off, especially since you've already got a coat of powder on top. Alright, and from here you could leave it and varnish it if you wanted to, but we're going to be revealing that pattern now by using some 600 grit sandpaper. And you're just going to take that and you're going to sand the surface. And stuff should come off pretty quickly. And you're just going to keep sanding until you remove the powders on that top layer of clay and reveal that pattern underneath. And it can be a little dirty, so let me just wipe this off and show you how that looks. And there, you're just going to continue doing them until it's nice and clean. And here is how they've ended up looking. And I've also sanded the backs as well. And you can see that the textured surface preserves a little bit more of that pastel. So if you wanted to, you could texture the top part over here, but I quite like the contrast. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be varnishing them, but I can't varnish them when they're like this. So I'm going to just grab a piece of clay and I'm going to use that to try to just balance it out so that it's flat. Let me see if I can get that right. I might actually need something else for that. Yeah, never mind that. I'll just use these tiles to just kind of create a rim to let the pin just rest so that they're nice and flat while I varnish them. And I'm going to be using Varnishing water-based gloss varnish. And I'm just going to pop a layer over, and that should take about 15 minutes to dry, and then I will apply a layer to the back as well, and then we'll be just about done. And here is how they look once they've been varnished and they've dried. And they've got a nice clean sheen on them, same with the back. And yeah, that is just about it. A nice simple one, but I think it's quite effective. I think these look quite nice. You could of course do the same thing here, but on a flat piece of clay rather than using a cabochon mold. I just thought that it would be fun to show you how to do it with a cabochon mold, because sometimes it's a little difficult to get these kinds of things done on a domed surface. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. And if you like the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it helps the channel out and gets this video out to more people that like doing polymer clay. Another way to support the channel is to check out my Etsy store, Jessima Design, where I sell things such as the cabochon molds that I used in today's video. Another way to support the channel is to also become a member, where you can gain exclusive access to videos not available on YouTube, as well as early access to the ones that do come out here. It's greatly appreciated. That will be linked in the description below, both the Etsy store and my link to my Patreon account, or you can look at the join button just below this video. But yeah, I do hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.